Episode 2, GM Mode, New Jersey Devils. Got Michikov last video. We got Robert Thomas for Timo Meier last video. Bratt grew, we gave him this extension. Holtz grew quite a bit. Mercer grew quite a... Actually, no, Mercer didn't grow. Got Anthony and Barbashev as well. And our fourth line's looking very good. On defense, we got Brodin, so you can play with Hamilton. It didn't really work out, but no, it's fine. Nemec and Hughes. Now, Holtz wants a lot extension. Now, I know he's a pretty good player, but he wants a lot of money. So I might have to trade him or do something. We went 7-0 in the preseason, so feeling confident. (16, 17, and 4) were not doing very well. So, I went and got Svechnikov. I said I might trade Holtz. And Svechnikov he's a lot higher rated. So, I feel like that's pretty solid. The chemistry's also pretty good. And put Serganovich on the third line because he's doing a lot better than Barbashev. And I'm going to make another trade. Since Bachvist has an amazing contract, $1 million for 8 years, I can get 84, even though Bachvist is only an 81. And I get an extra fourth. So that was pretty good. We're simulating some games. We're doing a little bit better, but we're still around the middle. Now at the trade deadline, 29, 27, 6. We're above 500. Hughes is doing quite good. We're going to enter the trade deadline. Jared Spurgeon, number 1 player. Going to trade Anthony Ciu because he's not doing that well. And look how much picks I just got so many picks from this. So I feel like this is amazing. We got a replacement after the trade deadline. Kubalik, he's an 82. So I might as well just take him for 1 year. These are the lines after the trade deadline. So now, I have no control, just simulating to the end of the year. And sadly, we fall a little bit short. Pastrnak led the way this year. Stamkos in second, then Marchand. And Ovechkin got 74 goals. High scoring is so unrealistic. And the Carolina Hurricanes are the Stanley Cup champions. Now, we're going to simulate up the draft. We don't have our first overall pick because we traded to Minnesota last episode for Brodin. 8-1. Vancouver gets someone really good, I imagine. And well, I'm looking at a couple of people. I like this Jarvis guy, who's a gem, and this Harkins guy, who could have a gold X factor. Barbashev was really bad for us, and they wanted him, and their pick was on the block. So I traded him to the Boston Bruins. Now, the question is, who am I going to select? Urza Jarvis, who is 3 years, could be medium elite and is a gem, or Harkins, who is 1 year, who could have a gold X factor and also could be medium elite. The one I picked was Jaden Harkins and 72 overall. So the 1 year was really right. That's why we picked them. Definitely made the right selection because I have no clue how this guy was a gem. It's kind of bad. I'm going to select this guy who could have a gold X factor. Probably not. Top 4 D-Lo. Got the X factors, so I'm fine with that. Now, this guy could have some X factors. Could be top 4D. And he's a bust. He sucks, probably. Now, this guy could be a medium elite. He's a goalie. He has really good stats, and that's why I'm going to select them. probably not medium elite, but I think he is because of those stats. Never mind, he's a backup goalie. Okay. To fleece the other team because I can. I don't really have any people I'm really going after in the late rounds of the draft. Now, while editing this, I don't know why I showed it, but I did get Nashville's first overall pick next year. I don't know why I didn't show it. Here I'm qualifying everyone RFAs, and I got Wallstrom for the next 2 years for $2 million. I think, yep, $2 million by 2 years. Not signing Sarangovic. I don't have the money. He is an RFA, so I could get some picks in free agency. And in free agency, Matthews is walking from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Martin Necas wants $13 million. I don't know how he's asking for that much. Sebastian Aho probably may deserve it more. Also, Teuvo Teravainen wants $10 million. I don't understand this game. So in affordable, we got Mark Scheifele, and that might be the person I am gonna go after. And in the net, there's Connor Hellebuck, who wants this around the same amount of money as Mark Scheifele. So which player from Winnipeg will I be going? Because I know I'm going to get one. I have the money. The one I'm getting is Mark Scheifele. Now, looking back at this, not the best decision, but I feel like it's cooler to get a player. So I picked Mark Scheifele. I also traded Sarangovic for 2/3. And I signed a couple AHL players. Some didn't say yes, but that's fine. The big thing, Mark Scheifele did say yes, and now he's a member of the New Jersey Devils. I still need a left wing, so I'm going after good prospect Marco Kasper. He's pretty high overall, and he's pretty young, so I packaged up a bunch of random stuff. They said no. Oh, I'm going to make it better. I'm going to add a low elite prospect. They still said no, but I got rid of a couple things, and I had to give up Bale, our good defensive prospect. Still can't get it, so I'm just gonna add a 3rd round pick, and I finally got Marco Kasper. And I don't really need anything that I gave up, so I'm not too mad. Now, looking at the lines, they are pretty good. Not a lot of people grew except for like Marco Kasper. Zachary Benson's back up into the NHL. Matvey Michikov's in 83. Nolan Foote is in the NHL. He's a prospect from the Utica Comets. Yeah, Benson, a prospect that we got in the first episode, is in, and it's looking really, really good. In defense, the chemistry isn't as good, and Brodin doesn't go with Hamilton. So I'm going to put Siegenthaler on the first line. And the bottom pair, I would like Luke Hughes to have a little bit more ice time. But he doesn't really have any good chemistry with any other players. So he's going to sit on the last line. Now, on goalie, we have Akira Schmid and Vincent Vanacek. Comments are looking pretty solid. And that's the episode. That's it. That's year 2 of my franchise mode. And goodbye.